But Paul Cheall, one of the things, the most precious things that Paul Cheall ever did, and I've taken it with me, and I talk to, people in business about it a lot, is that he gave me permission to fail. So the way the numbers worked is that you would publish publicly the average of all of your sales over a 6-month period, right? So nobody knows what sold and what hasn't, apart from us internally, but we just give them an average over that period. And the game was to make sure that number was more than the last 6-month period and more than that same period the previous year. It's all that mattered, right? And he said to me, during that 6-month period where we see the figures and nobody else does, you should fail at least once spectacularly, right? Because if you fail at least once, you know that you're trying new things. So if you do that early in the sales period, you don't try it again. If you do it late, right, that means you probably tried a whole load of things that are new. And one of the things that came out of that, one of the random things that we did was put the Mighty Boosh on the cover. And this was right at the end of that kind of period that I was in. I was speaking to somebody who's just been going back through the Boosh. And if you look at those, if you watch those, I think it's 3 series, by the end of that 3rd series, you can't tell the difference between the NME and the Mighty Boosh. It's like the horrors are on there. They're in skinny jeans. They're in a band. It's like the whole thing had just merged into one. It's fucking amazing. It was phenomenal. And these people are comedians, they're not rock stars, and we put them on the cover and sales just went ping, and it was like, fuck. So actually they were one of the biggest selling artists that we had towards the end of it. It's why they got a Christmas cover, all of that sort of thing, because we're just hunting for sales wherever we can find them. And actually that commercial lens probably doesn't get talked about an awful lot because they don't see it from my perspective. I knew what was going on, but everybody sees it from their own place.